Newsflash, Olympics is a scam, sport is a sham, and even those beautiful figure skaters may be lying to you. Why? Doping.
28 Russian athletes who had been banned.
But there is another dramatic twist to this story.
Now look, I definitely read about the Russian doping scandal in the news. But like most millennials, these days I get my information from one source: Netflix and SBS. But mostly Netflix. Last week, I watched a documentary on Russian doping.
It's worse than we thought.
If this is true, it is an unimaginable level of criminality.
And it literally blew my mind.
What even is real?
If you need some catching up, in November 2015, the World Anti-Doping Agency, or WADA, alleged that Russian track and field athletes were doping, and the whole operation was run by, well, Russia. Which was huge. The next day, the head of the Russian anti-doping lab resigned, and in February, his boss and another colleague unexpectedly died from unknown or natural causes. Nothing sus. Rodchenkov, the lab director, ran off to the US and spilled the beans on how he actually orchestrated Russia's doping during the 2014 Sochi Olympics and covered it up with the help of the Russian intelligence agency by swapping urine samples out through holes in the wall in the dead of the night.
And yes, you did hear correctly. The guy responsible for testing athletes so they didn't dope was doing the doping. So sneaky.
What happened next? A bunch of Russian track and field athletes were banned from Rio, and there was a blanket ban on Russians at the Paralympics.
But late last year, the International Olympic Committee came up with a pretty awkward compromise. Russians who can prove they're clean can still compete, but not for Russia, allowing 169 athletes to compete right now as Olympic athletes from Russia. And on Sunday, this guy won bronze in ice skating, despite being served a drugs ban in 2016. Are you f***ing kidding me? Imagine if you missed out on a medal to an athlete from a country with a proven and systematic doping program, and he'd been caught. You'd feel like the whole system was rigged. To be honest, after the whole Lance Armstrong cycling debacle and the AFL Essendon peptide scam, it's becoming hard to watch any sport without thinking, are we watching amazing feats of human strength and skill? Or are we just watching amazing feats of cheating?